What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Y. Today's episode is going to be number 25, and before we get started here, I have to head into this Pokemon Center because I have not been to this one yet. Yes, this is like the third Pokemon Center in Lumiose City, but I feel like I just need to check it out. You know, you always want to talk to everybody, make sure that they don't have any items to give you or anything like that. Yeah, apparently there was nothing else in here for us. Nobody wanted to give us any items, and the shop was pretty dull as it only sold a couple of balls, and I'm pretty sure we could get them all at the Pokemon, or the Pokeball boutique. And if not, it really wasn't appealing to me anyway, so that really doesn't matter. Now, before we head out onto Route 14, we do need to replace somebody with Hawlucha for cuts and maybe strength. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're going to need one or the other, though. So I'm just going to do Whiskers for now, because why not? He hasn't sat out for a while. And I guess I could sit Golett out, but it's not really what I want to do, because I kind of want him to evolve. And if we can get him to evolve by the end of this episode, that would be great. But actually, before we head out onto Route 14, we also are going to do a little bit of exploring here in Lumiose City. So if you want to skip a couple of minutes ahead, feel free to do that. But there's just a couple of TMs and just various items that I want to pick up that you can find in the museum here. And then Hotel Richisim. I think that's how you say that. But I want to do that before we head out, before I forget, because there are two TMs in particular that I know are here. I don't know if there's any other items, but I want to make sure I grab those. And I honestly don't remember which person gives it to us, so this might actually take a while. And it's probably going to be the last person that I talk to. We'll probably explore this entire museum before we find the person that I am looking for, which is unfortunate. I really think it is going to be the last person. It probably was right next to the entrance, just the opposite direction of the way that I went, because that's how that kind of stuff usually works. So while I'm looking for this, I just want to remind you guys, do not forget to leave a like on this video, because it does really help out a lot. Like, it helps out more than you guys even know. And I know a lot of you are also YouTubers, so you do kind of understand. But I think it's great that you guys do leave likes on the videos, and I do appreciate it. I really, really do. That's why I try to do giveaways as much as I can, just to give back to you guys, because you are just, I don't know, you're really helping me out, and I really appreciate it. And all of that stuff, I know it's sappy, but it's just, it has to be said because it's true. So I finally found the guy I was looking for here. He gives us TM82, which is Dragon Tail, and for those of you that play competitively, you can understand why I wanted to make a point to find that TM, because it is very useful competitively. It's pretty much the same as Roar, except it has 90% accuracy instead of 100, but it also deals damage while phasing the opponent out. So it's actually very, very useful. But yeah, there's also a TM in here that we can find, as well as Mr. Bonding, apparently. Because this is a hotel, I guess, so he's going to give us the bargain, whatchamacallit, O-Power, and I actually do use that one because it gives us discounts when we're buying stuff at Pokemarts, which is great. One interesting thing that I'm not going to show is that you can do like little jobs here, and it actually increases your style, and you get paid for it as well, but it's just like little things like making beds and that kind of stuff. I think there might be one that's like a memory game on like what people order or something like that. I don't really remember. I've tried them all out before, but it's nothing like intense or anything. So I'm not going to be showing that. We don't get anything that's like essential from it. So I'm going to skip it because it's kind of boring, to be honest. Not that just running around looking for the items in here isn't going to be boring, but once we're done with that, we'll just be done with this hotel for good. I know there's somebody in here that gives us another TM, and I just am, again, not sure what floor it's on and what room it's in, so this might be a little bit interesting. I'm just going to check all the floors and all of the rooms because I don't want to miss any items. I'm just like that. I'm a completionist like that. No, I'm not a completionist at all. I'm really not. There just happens to be a lot of games that I can 100% and that I do. Sometimes by accident, to be honest. But there's plenty of games that I've either just never 100%ed or don't feel like I can or just don't want to invest in time in it. I don't know. It varies depending on what the game is, I guess. That's pretty much everything on this floor, so we might as well head on up to floor number 3. And like I said, in this episode, we're not going to be exploring just the entire city because it's way too much. Lumiose City is huge, and I have to have like an entire episode that was just on that. Not going to do that to you guys, so it's just going to be for basically just this hotel, and then after that, we'll head out onto Route 14 on the way to Lumiose City. I'm pretty sure it's Lumiose City. I really don't know if it's town or city. I get confused all of the time because some of them are town and some of them are city. I can never keep track of which is which, and I don't pretend that I understand what's going on because I rarely do. Anyway, so while I talk about this, or, well, I guess that doesn't make sense. While we do this, we're actually going to head up to the next floor here. Might as well talk about some of the other stuff that I have going on in the channel. Obviously, I just started that Battle Spot Live series, which is actually doing great. Happy that you guys are enjoying that. Don't forget that you can suggest Pokemon for me to use if you want me to bring certain things. Because I've just been using like my own like random sets and stuff. What are you doing? Don't talk to me. If you do, I won't hear the elevator. Okay, that is kind of strange and kind of creepy. But I don't really have any other comment on that other than it's kind of creepy for you to just stand there and try to listen to the elevator. Why do you care about the elevator? I don't get it. You're not going to give me anything either, man. I'm hoping that I didn't just make up the fact that there's a TM in here. I'm almost positive that there is somewhere. And I don't even remember what TM it is, to be honest. We've been in all these rooms. So let's go up to floor, this is 4, so it must be on floor 5, I guess. I'm really hoping that there's something here, otherwise I did this entire thing for nothing because we have not gotten any items whatsoever. What do you have to say? She's talking about thick pillars. Interesting. Okay. Alright, thick pillars. Let's talk to this lady, I suppose, see what she has to say. For a second, I don't know. My first thought was that she was throwing up in the toilet. I don't know why that's my first thought. But anyway, she's going to give us TM49, which is Echoed Voice. Interesting move. It increases in power when more Pokemon use it. I think it starts off at like 40 base power. And I think that might be the only item that's in here. So, I don't know if that was really worth it, but I guess it's worth it because it is a TM. I like to show the TM. So, that is that. And I want to make sure that I have all the TMs anyway. I don't know why. I don't really have like any special urge to like complete the rest of the game like 100% and find every single item, but I do want to get all the TMs because I don't know, I just do them weird like that. For some reason, the TMs are like one of the only things that I'm like, I need to have all of them. I must have them all, even the ones that I legitimately will never use, like Echoed Voice, for example, because I will never use that. I know it has some use, like maybe in double battles, although I don't really do double battles too often. And I'm not really savvy when it comes to competitive doubles, so I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I really don't, especially this generation. I did some VGC back in like 4th gen, but, you know, the metagame is way, way different than the last time I really picked up on it, so I'm not going to pretend like I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to doubles, because I don't. I don't. So let's see here. Cafe Ultimo. I don't think there's anything else on North Boulevard that I want to do right now. We can always come back later, and we do have to come back later anyway for other things, especially after the game. So we'll be back here at least one more time to do some more stuff. But let's just head out onto Route 14. That's enough dilly-dallying. We spent basically half the episode in the hotel, which is kind of sucky to be honest. So hopefully we can get some battles going here. That's right, we were supposed to meet Trevor and the whole gang here. You arrived very quickly. Thanks, I guess. Was that supposed to be a compliment? We were just comparing how complete our Pokedexes are. I won, of course. I'll leave filling up the Pokedex to you guys. Trevor, I don't like it when everyone does the same thing anyway. So we're going to compare Pokedexes with Trevor as usual. Doesn't matter how many Pokemon you've seen. I've only seen 10 in this Pokedex. I guess, what is it, the Coastal? Or, no, Mountain. Apparently, I've won, though. But now that we beat Trevor in his kind of Pokedex battle, we're actually going to get into a real Pokemon battle with Serena, our rival. She's going to have 3 Pokemon. And we pretty much already know what they're going to be because they haven't changed really at all. She's going to start off with Meowstic again, as usual. This time it's at level 35. I've got my Golett out here starting things off, so we are in good shape. You have to take that Psychic, and we take it very, very nicely. Does not even do 50%. Shadow Punch takes out Meowstic this time. I don't think it did the last time we fought her, so that is great news. Chestnut is coming out next, and this is the first time that we've seen her starter Pokemon fully evolve, so that's pretty cool. So it does have the fighting type now, grass and fighting, and let's see. I have a couple of options here, but I'm actually going to bring out Aurorus. Unfortunately, I don't have Whiskers. Whiskers would be able to take it out in one hit with a rivalry-boosted stab, super effective flamethrower, but that's not going to happen this time, so I'm going to have to go out into Aurorus and go for an Icy Wind. If that doesn't kill and he goes for some kind of fighting move, I'm dead. It does not kill. It is going to lower his speed, but that doesn't do too much. Thankfully, he goes for Seed Bomb. It's still super effective, but I'm able to survive that despite my bad defense. Only with 22 HP, though, so really we didn't take it that nicely. But a fighting type move would have been 4 times super effective. So that absolutely would have killed pretty much no matter what it was. So thankfully, we're able to take it out with another Icy Wind. I'm going to have to switch here as Absol's coming in. And we can go into Lucario for this, because Lucario should be able to outspeed Absol, no problem. And one-hit KO it with a super effective Force Palm. I do have a 5-level advantage on it, so I'm not worried about this at all. I do not even have to Mega Evolve. Not even necessary, 1 bit. So down goes the Absol, and that was a pretty easy rival battle, honestly. It gets a little bit more interesting once she starts to add more Pokemon. I think she only adds 2, though. I really think that even the last time we fight her, it's only 2. I don't think she has 6 until after the Elite Four. And at that point, we can do like daily battles with her, I believe. I don't know. I never really looked into that too much. Anywho, Shauna is here now. We're still missing Tierno, though. The Fighting Dojo. There is like a Fighting Dojo-ish thing in Lumiose City. It's not really a dojo, it's just like the top floor of one of the buildings. So probably hit that in the after game, I'm guessing. Because there's not really anything of worth that I want to grab there. So, anywho, apparently there's like some kind of scary house on this route. So that's where we're supposed to be meeting everybody and exploring. And I don't know if we'll get to that this episode. We might. We just might. We might have to save that until next time, though. So now to explore Route, what is this, 14. I've said it so many times, and I already am just having problems remembering what the actual number is, despite the fact that there is a sign right there in the open. So first things first, we should check to see if there's any items laying around. I'm sure there is somewhere. Yes, I knew that looked suspicious. So that's going to be a rare candy. I probably will never use that, though. I really don't use rare candies at all. And no, that's it. Okay, I really thought there would be more items than that just in the early section, but apparently not. So before we get into things, I might as well go heal up because Aurorus took a pounding from that Chestnut's Seed Bomb. It went all the way down to 22 HP. I do not want to have to waste a potion for no reason when the Pokemon Center is so close. So, yeah, we might as well just heal up. Why not? It took us all of like 30 seconds to do. And now we can finally dig into this route. It's kind of a swampy route. It rains here a lot. As you can see, it's raining right now. So we are going to have some rainy weather to deal with, which is going to increase the power of water-type moves, which means Shinobi will be in good shape, and Golett and whatchamacallit, Aurorus will be kind of in bad shape because they're both weak to water. Let's see what's over here, and we get... Oh, I'm completely stuck in the mud. It brings me back to the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum days where you could get stuck in the marsh roots. Advanced tips. The Scrappy ability allows you to hit normal and fighting type moves on a ghost type. Duh. Kangaskhan can have that ability, and so can, whatchamacallit? I believe Swellow can get it as a hidden ability. And Exploud is the other one I was thinking of. Also Miltank, so a couple of Pokemon can be useful. I just haven't really had that much experience with it, to be honest. So we're getting into a battle here. It is raining, and this Pokemon trainer is going to send out an Arbok at level 35. Stockpile is her move of choice as she outspeeds. So she gets the +1 in defense, and she's going to take that Bulldoze very, very nicely, even though it's super effective. It is going to lower the Arbok speed, but it's still faster, even with the -1 speed. And it goes for Swallow, so it gets some health back. Its defenses do go down, though, because the Stockpile wears off. And Bulldoze is enough to kill it with a crit. I think that mattered. I really think it would have been left with a little bit of HP had that not happened. Not that I'm complaining. Pyroar is going to be next. Obviously, it's going to be female Pyroar because it's a female trainer. I'm just going to send out Lucario because why not? I know I'm weak to fire moves, but I should outspeed because of the level difference. And that should be enough. I mean, even if it does go first for some strange reason, it is raining, so the fire moves are going to be nerfed. Doesn't matter, though. I do outspeed, and I get the crit again, although that one doesn't matter. The first one, I'm pretty sure did. I'm pretty sure Arbok would have survived that, but Pyroar cannot survive a super effective stab. Force Palm from Lucario, that's just not happening. Pyroar does have very bad defenses, really on both sides. It can't really take a hit to save its life, and that's a huge problem that it has. It's fast and it packs a punch, but that's really all it has going for it. It's very frail. So was it worth it to come over here just for this item? I don't know. It's a big mushroom, so I guess we can sell it for, I don't know how much they go for, maybe 10,000? No, that's probably, 10,000 is probably bomb mushroom. I don't know how much a big mushroom sells for. Tiny mushrooms are 250, so maybe like 2,500, I want to say. I don't know. I just may be completely making up all of these figures right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to stop. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. Not that it really matters how much you can sell mushrooms for, but whatever. So we're fighting a Goomy here. It's the first time we are seeing Goomy. And yeah, that did not work out well. I had to take not a stab, but a muddy water in the rain, which is essentially making it stab. And that almost kills Golett. I did not get an attack off because I went for a Mega Punch and it missed. And that is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to switch out here because there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to get outsped and killed. I'm going to go into Aurorus, and I was really hoping he wasn't going to go for a Muddy Water there, but he does. But Goomy isn't too strong. Not enough to do a lot of damage to Aurorus, even in the rain. So we can outspeed, though, because Goomy is a base evolution. So yeah, and besides, it's not really that fast to begin with. So we're able to get off that super effective Icy Wind. And Aurorus grows up to level 43. So Lord Goomy goes down. You can catch Goomy in the swamp here and in the grass. So that is pretty cool. If you're looking for a dragon type, special attacker or a tank, pretty much any of those things. I mean, Goomy and just that whole evolution line, Sliggoo, Goodra, they're very versatile. They can do a lot of things. So I was really thinking about using one on my team, but I decided that I was going to go the physical route with the physical dragon and go with the Axew line, because why not? Why not? I don't use them very often. Looks like we're going to get into another battle here in a second. Might as well just talk to her, because why not? I don't think we're going to get through this entire route in this episode. We probably will get, like, right up to the scary house, maybe, which is pretty much at the end of the route. I don't know if we're even going to get that far. We'll see, because we're just about at 20 minutes now, so we'll see how it goes. So, Litwick, Ghost and Fire. Not really a good typing to have in the rain, as its Fire-type moves are going to be nerfed. So I'm just going to go for a Hone Claws. And, oh, Imprison. That just prevents us from using moves that it has, but we don't have any of the same moves. So with that Hone Claws, Bone Rush is not going to miss, which is great because it is super effective on this Litwick, and I really thought it was only going to take one hit to kill it, but apparently not. Golett is going to grow up to level 43, which is great news because... Oh, why did I stay in on a Haunter? Why did I stay in on a Haunter? I literally can't hit this thing with anything because it's a Ghost type, so it's immune to normal and fighting type moves, and then Bone Rush too because it has Levitate. Fantastic. That was a stupid move on my part. So I got to switch out to Shinobi here. And I'm going to have to take a Shadow Ball. Stab Shadow Ball from Haunter. Oh, that doesn't really do anything at all. Okay. I overestimated Haunter, apparently. We can just go for the Thief. Hit Haunter on its low physical defense. It's super effective as well. So down goes the Haunter. And as I was trying to say, as I made that stupid play on staying in with the Lucario there, and Shinobi grows up to level 43. He's trying to learn Substitute. Not going to teach that to him. Anyway, what I was trying to say was that it's great news that Golett grew up to level 43 because he does evolve at level 43. So, yeah, we're going to alleviate a lot of the problems that Golett's been having with not being able to survive hits. It's going to really be able to tank hits a lot better. Doesn't get really any buff in speed. Hardly anything. But we're not using Golurk. Our new Golurk, oh, look at that. It is beautiful. Beautiful. We're not using Golurk for its speed. He hits like an absolute truck. He has very high HP stat as well, and base 80 on both his defenses. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. So he's trying to learn Heavy Slam, which is a pretty good move. And it has decent coverage with fairies being around now in this generation, so I'm going to teach it to him. Even though it doesn't get the Iron Fist boost like Mega Punch does, I'm going to get rid of Mega Punch. Actually, because of the accuracy issue, it doesn't really have any coverage that's worth a crap. And we do have an upcoming Fairy Gym, so Heavy Slam could be useful. And then there's also the accuracy issue, which, you know, Heavy Slam hits 100% of the time. Look at that. Look at that 140 attack. 86 defense, 82 special defense, 56 speed is nothing to write home about, but still. And then the high HP stat as well. So our Pokemon are all looking really good right now. We do need to get Lucario some experience at this point because he's kind of lagging behind everybody else. Everybody else is around level 43 with the exception of Whiskers. He might still be at level 40 or 41, I forget. I'm actually going to call it an episode here, though, because there's just some upcoming battles, and, yeah, we're approaching the 24-minute mark, so this is a good place to stop. Next time, we will do the Scary House and get to Lumiose City and finish up on Route 14. All of that good stuff. Hopefully get ourselves into another gym battle and get ourselves the 6th badge of the game. But that is it for this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and please remember to leave a like on this video because it does help out a lot, and I'll see you guys for the next episode. But until then, game on.